Hey, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me again in my struggle to get better at 1v1 and Rocket League in general. So, after recording and uploading the last video and getting some highly appreciated feedback, I came to realize how difficult it actually is to narrate my gameplay. First off, because the game takes a lot of attention in the heat of the moment, but also because many of the things I'm doing are either muscle memory, like wave dashing and half flipping, or they are instinctual, like positioning, challenging, and shadow defending. So today I first want to go over some of the basics, and I'll start with some settings that I'm using. So camera settings are a highly debated thing. This is what I'm using, and I actually just copied this from Lethamir. I really like it because one of the things he has is the stiffness very high, which is how stiff the camera is behind the car when you're going through turns. And with stiffness all the way at 1, I feel like I have the best control and best view of what my car is actually doing. So everyone agrees that camera shake should be off. By default it's on. And second of all, that field of view, almost everyone is using it at the maximum. Then other than that, distance, height and angle, just figure out what you like for yourself or look at some pro and see what they're using. Second of all are the controls, and there's also lots of debates on which bindings to use. There's a few mechanics I use that do need different bindings. So I got my basics, just driving forward and backwards, normal as everyone has, jumping, boosting the same. Power slide is normally on square on PlayStation, as well as air roll. And for me, I've changed that to L1. That is because I am actually using my square for half flipping, a part of it, and for that I have a binding for air roll right or left, however you prefer it. So that's kind of it for the settings. Then I'd like to jump into Freeplay real quick to explain some of the basic things I do and that I think are important. So let's jump in there. Alright, first thing I want to talk about is actually hitting the ball, and it doesn't get more basic than that. But I've been playing since 2015. For the longest time I was stuck in Platinum, and I wasn't really realizing or thinking about how I'm playing. And one of the things that I think is really useful to work on is actually hitting the ball with your nose. And that might seem very obvious, but many people just drive up to the ball and they jump into it like this, and you see actually you're hitting the ball with the roof of your car, and that can have its place. You can also use the roof of the car to, say, control the ball sideways, but if you actually only hit it with the roof of the car, there is an upside that the ball stays on the floor, but you're also losing a lot of power. And if you look at what all the pros are doing, and everyone just who is higher level, they actually try to hit the ball with the nose of the car, especially if you really want to get some power, either when you want to make it clear to really get the ball out of your half, or if you're actually putting a shot on target, then the faster the shot is, the harder it's to save. So let's give an example. If I pop up the ball like right here, if I jump into it like this, we get a lot more. Let's get it this way. Not what I wanted. What I try to do is just always hit it, or not always, but most of the time, hit it with the nose of my car. And you really get as much of the momentum of your car actually into the ball. And I can actually demonstrate why that is. Because Rocket League is a game of physics in that regard. It's quite unique. And if we pop the ball and we jump underneath it, let's first reset it and turn ball cam off. So if I'm here and I'm going to pop the ball and I jump, well, that's another good example. Like if I'm here, I should have just reset the ball so it's not going away from me to make this easy. So you already see it a little bit, that the nose of the car is actually being pushed down by the ball. Like there. That's a good example. That shows you that the ball has weight to it, the car has weight to it, and you want to actually transfer as much of the momentum, of the energy that's in your car straight into the ball. And you do that by making sure the ball cannot really influence your car. So that's why hitting it with the nose is a really good way of putting a lot of power on there. So one thing I usually do just to warm up a bit is just basically go around in free play and just start off with a good solid hit and then chase and just keep on hitting as many power hits as you can. Doesn't matter if you score or not, it's all about just getting a feel for that power you can give to the ball just by hitting it with the nose. You can also go up in the air for that. Sometimes good to give yourself a little pass to the side. Actually, not a good one because it's rolling. And I'm whiffing. That's a good example of a bounce dribble where you're also just fully turning into the car, and because you're also applying a steering force and you're hitting it with the corner of the car, you can put as much energy into the ball as possible. So just try and play with it a bit and basically just hit the ball with the nose of the car. Simple enough. You keep on getting mixed up with the controls in free play. Anyway, just like that, just hitting the ball with your nose. Alright, second thing I want to talk about is 50-50 positioning, because a lot of time in the game is going to come down, especially in 1v1 with 50-50s. And the very first 50-50 you're going to come across is the one at kickoff. So the general rule of thumb with 50-50s, when you're both together at the ball like this, is that you want to stay goal side. Or at least you want to be in a position that you can force the ball not to go towards your own net, but towards your opponent's net. That means in kickoff, if you're both going straight, then there's not much to it. You're already goal side because the goal is exactly behind you. And if you're here and the ball gets shot into you, there should not be any way the goal goes or the ball goes towards the goal. If you're at diagonal, it's a bit different. You can, if you say, let's go for this one. Right now, if we would drive into it, we are not actually goal side because we're pointing towards the other corner. And the goal there is pretty open. If someone else beats us to it right now, that means they can shoot it in front of us, say if someone does a speed flip. So, a general rule of thumb, let's go for this one to make it as obvious as possible. You always want to make sure that you end up in this position, in the line between the ball and the goal, and then from there you can jump into it. There's a bit more to it, but that's the general rule of thumb. If you do that, they can't shoot straight towards your net. There's other situations, of course, where it can bounce off your car, go as a full shot of sorts via the wall and into the goal, and that's unfortunate, but that's how Rocket League is, honestly. So anyway, you always want to be goal side between the ball and the goal to really block it. But the ball is pretty big, and you can see we're quite a bit smaller than the ball, so when someone is now challenging us and would jump into the ball, you want to make sure to also jump or dodge behind it, because if you don't, the ball can just fly straight over us. So by just jumping or dodging into it just as the opponent does as well, you're making your own car as big as possible and put some momentum into it from your side as well to try and win that 50, so it comes to a position where you can take possession and hopefully score. So that's the basic rule basically for kickoffs and 50-50s. Another thing I think is really important is recovery, especially in 1v1 where if you make a mistake or something that you really need to get back into play as fast as possible. And that can be in specific situations. Say if you're actually going up for a ball, let's see how I can demonstrate this best. Alright, say if I'm gonna hit the ball towards here. So this is not a great example because I wasn't very high, but there's many types of recoveries. But what you always want to do is basically make sure that your nose is pointing in the way that either your momentum is going or the place that you want to get to as fast as possible. So if you get bumped out of the way, then you always want to get your nose back into either your momentum so you can keep on going, or maybe the best example is actually a wall recovery. So if I'm going up for an aerial, and I want to make sure that I end up with my nose pointed towards the ground, and I want to hit the wall as clean as possible with my wheels. You can just try this in Freeplay. Let's just try to hit the ball a bit and see when it comes into play. Fortune backflip. So yeah, I always just want to try, and when up in the air, to have my nose pointed down and hit any surface you're going to hit clean with your wheels. Alright, that was messy. So I already started doing another thing I like to do, which is wave dashing, and that's also, well, let's first get into power slide recovery. So wall recoveries, I hope I kind of, even though I didn't do a very good job of showing it, I hope I kind of made a point of explaining exactly how it works. Just making sure that you can recover as fast as possible by having your nose pointed towards where you want to go and hit any surface you're going to hit with your wheels so you don't bounce off or anything. So the next thing is actually a power slide recovery. So say if you're bumped or you're somewhere where you don't want to be, then, and you would normally say you would land sideways, and you see that you immediately stop. You lose all your momentum. So one easy way to fix this is to actually just hold your power slide. So say I'm being bumped, I'm flying through the air and I don't want to be here. I can just hold my power slide and I keep my momentum while I'm making my way back to the ball. Maybe go for a boost pickup or just get back to the ball as fast as possible. Often this is better than just, I don't know, stopping abruptly in the middle of the field. Power slide recoveries use the power slide, of course, and that's also basically the basic you're going to use for something else, which is also a recovery technique, or also just something to become more speedy overall, which is wave dashing. So if you don't know, there's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube. I would recommend the one by Apparently Jack because I just really like his very clear explanation. He has very good tutorials on both wave dashing, half flipping, which I'm going to get into a little bit as well, fast aerials, speed flips, all kinds of more advanced stuff as well. And those things will just make you more mechanical, make you feel more connected to the car, and really give you more control overall. So even if you think, I don't need speed flips, you don't, not at high until you get to a high level. But just working on that mechanic will give you more control over the car, will give you faster control and recoveries. So wave dashing. A wave dash is basically just a flip delayed. So normally when you would jump and you would jump forward again, a dodge, you would do a front flip, for instance, like this. However, if you would then, you would jump and you would delay your dodge at the very last moment, and you would actually like to angle your wheels back for that a bit, then you can actually transfer that dodge into forward momentum, and I'll show you exactly how. So I jump, I lean back a bit, and as soon as my back wheels hit the ground again, I dodge forward. So I'm not using the throttle at all right now, so all I'm doing is just front flipping as soon as my back wheels hit the ground, and you see the car's moving. Right now I'm doing it without using power slide, but if we would start using power slide, you can actually see how fast we can get going. And all that was without throttle, as you can hear. So wave dashing can be done in all kinds of directions. We already did the one going forward. There's also the option of going sideways. You can also do diagonal. I'm not going to go into that because I'm not very good at it. You can even do it backwards. Not like that. All the while I'm holding down power slide to keep that momentum. And there's some small things you can do just by practicing power sliding basically. Just try to go around the field, holding power slide and just wave dashing across the field. Where would you use a wave dash? Well, you can do it in all kinds of situations, maybe to get faster out of the goal. For instance, if you're stuck here and you find yourself flying out here, you can just angle yourself down and you wave dash and you have speed. Another one is if you do like an in and out save, or would you just find yourself in this position in the opponent's goal, you would get, the fastest way is not to turn, but actually just drive straight into the goal. You would fly off the roof, jump, and do another wave dash just to gain speed again. So let's try that again. Driving into the goal. Jump. That was a bit messy. Once you start thinking about things, they got more difficult, honestly. So let's try it again. So that's a good recovery to get out of your opponent's goal, for instance. Another instance is you can use it from the wall. So if you're here and you want to be there, you can even do it onto the wall. Just a way to get just that quicker over the field. And again, it will just build your overall mechanics and your speed. And Rocket League is a game about speed and control, but just getting to the ball a bit earlier than your opponent can just make the difference. So that was it for wave dashing. Another way to recover is a half flip. And for a half flip, we first have to get into a flip cancel. So normally when you front flip, it looks like this. If you back flip, it looks like this. However, if you immediately after doing the flip, push the analog stick in the opposite direction, so for a front flip, you would immediately pull backward, you get a flip cancel. And this is what it would look like. Your car just basically cancels its flip and lands on the roof. So of course that's not very useful, so we want to combine that with something else, and that's where my bindings come in. You want to level your car out again by using an air roll, and you can either do that by a manual air roll, or I like to do it with a set air roll right on my square on my controller. So if I do that, if I'm like normal, if you just jump and do air roll, that's just this. So if I combine that with my flip cancel, and then I do need to cancel, this is what it would look like. So again, I cancel my flip, and then I would use air roll to level myself out. Almost. Don't know why I keep forgetting to cancel. So you can do it both backwards and forwards. So the way I started learning this mechanic is just going on the field and for, I don't know, half an hour, just do only half flips, front and back, trying to go in as straight as line as possible, not like I'm doing right now. Just try to go half flipping across the field. So this will help you if you suddenly find yourself in a position where you want to actually, say, retreat back to the goal, but you're facing the wrong way. Yeah, turning around like this would take too long, so instead you just reverse, backflip, cancel, and level out. And you find yourself facing your own goal, being able to shadow defend, for instance. Again, more tutorials, for more in-depth tutorials by someone who does it a lot better than me, you can find on YouTube, just search for a half flip. I would recommend the one by Apparently Jack from Dick and Taz. So another thing are aerials. The very basic thing, again, there's also a lot of tutorials on YouTube for this, for aerials. An aerial would basically just mean you jump, you point your nose in the air, and you would start flying with your boost. That's the most basic version of an aerial. Jump, pull back, boost. Just like that. So There's also faster ways to get up in the air. They can either be, the next thing I would practice is just a double jump aerial. So instead of just jumping once and pulling back, to get extra height, you're gonna double jump and go. And you'll see you get high quite a lot faster. So the next thing, and what is called a fast aerial, is actually combining everything. And that's quite a bit tricky, and you already saw me have a backflip a number of times when I wanted to aerial, because I'm still trying to perfect this mechanic for myself. The fast aerial would mean that you jump up, pull back, boost, and while you're boosting up, you jump then again to get more momentum in your... So you immediately start boosting earlier, and it's actually proven to be the fastest way to get high up. So it would look something like this. We jump, pull back, boost, and I probably waited too long. While I'm boosting up, I also use my jump again, like that. So. And that's a wall recovery. That in effect is a fast aerial. So the faster you do the two jumps after each other, the better it is. So the biggest trick here, and other tutorials will show you that as well, that if you... The most important thing to not do a backflip is when you jump, pull back, boost, you have to let go of the analog stick when you do your second jump. If you don't, you're still pulling back, then the car will register that you want to do a backflip and will do that instead. That's not it. Right now I can't even do it anymore. That's magical. This is a curse I'm plagued with, and right now I can't even reproduce it. Well, that's, I guess, how muscle memory is helping me right now. So it's even difficult to show you a wrong backflip when you're trying to fast aerial. Anyway, that's it for fast aerials. Again, if you want to have a more in-depth thing, just look at just explanations on YouTube, tutorials. The last thing is a speed flip, and that's really a high mechanic, an advanced mechanic, which uses a diagonal flip with a cancel and then leveling out with air roll to get the fastest possible way to flip across the field. It's very much used by higher levels, champion and above, for kickoffs, just to reach the ball as fast as possible. To go into it really quick is, let's see if I can do it. That's not it. You would do a diagonal flip, not like that. Diagonal flip like this, just straight, like 45 degrees to the right, for instance. And if you would also then immediately pull back 45 degrees back left, you get something like this. And that doesn't really work. But if you then do that while in a jump and you cancel and you do air roll, you get something like this. Almost. Yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of what it would look like. Not like that. Especially for this mechanic, I would advise you to look at someone else's tutorial. Anyway, these are just the basics that I'm using in every game, and I don't want to tell you every time that I'm doing those things in the moment. The thing I want to focus on more, especially to improve in 1v1, is just to focus on solid defense and not overcommit in offense. And that also means practicing saving and clearing a ball in a way that you can actually counterattack. So I'm gonna try to show you how to decide when to challenge a ball when your opponent is attacking, and when not to challenge and actually just shadow defend, and what the pros and cons are. And basically it's all about being patient and not rushing into head-on challenges that will lose you a 50-50 or make you whiff entirely and give your opponent a free goal. So I think it's now time to get into a ranked match. The previous video we ended up winning 2 and losing 1 game. So I don't think I'm going to do 3 games in a row. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's see and try to do better than last time. And let's not forget to have some fun. So let's get into it. Competitive 1v1. Last time we ended up in the same, I think. Diamond 1, Division 2. So let's see if we can get higher. And as always, don't forget to hydrate. Alright, we got a game. Plasmatron. So again, right now, my aim is to end up goal side on that ball. First of all, I'm gonna go collect some boosts, and I'm gonna challenge or do a fake challenge, act as if I'm gonna challenge. Here I just wanted to cut off his offense. He's going back to the goal, so right now I want to open up an angle of attack. He's going for the boost. That's a bit of a simple shot. Could have done it a lot better, a lot faster, and more efficient. Alright, he's going up. Okay, let's see if we can take this ball from him. Okay, that's a good challenge of his. Using a wave dash, and he still got the ball on target, so... Yeah, that was a really good turn from him. Right here, really good cut. I was thinking I could actually, when he did that, get behind the ball and get it to his side of the field. So again, I've got a bit of a blocking kickoff. Instead of going with my nose, I do it with the side so the ball doesn't jump away too far. My idea is to... Let's focus on this real quick. Okay, that's good. Did I just miss? And I'm dead. And I missed. Well, no 1v1 video without an open net miss. I kind of had to challenge there because my position wasn't good. He's putting on the pressure. That's good from him. Gotta go back. Read, bounce out. Okay. Bump him or demo him. Nope. Not getting that. Let's get take possession. Try to get it towards the near post. Have to be really careful to demo there. So, ooh, that's not good. Yep. So what I was doing there is basically shadow defending, which is driving in front of the opponent, kind of mimicking his own movements while we're going towards my goal, to give myself some time when he does take a shot to actually react to the shot and try to clear it into safety. Alright, this is good. We got, I thought we had boost as well. Alright, here I jumped just at the last second just to block his challenge, the 50-50. So, I'm always hesitant to actually challenge in their corner. Okay. That's a good spawn. So now I'm shadowing, just to give myself time. Alright. Nice, got it over him. So I gave myself a little bounce to work with, and then just hit it right where I was here. Alright, let's go for a speed flip kickoff. Nice, here I go really head on, nose first. Let's bring it into our own corner for safety. Collect the boost. He's now out of position without as much boost, so he's going back to the middle boost. We could try something ambitious now. It's a high risk play. I really want to make sure that I stay close to the ball. Okay. Okay, let's get in front of him. Gotta be careful with the demo. Think we can take an immediate shot? Yeah, no, that wasn't on target. Ooh, I might be out of position. Yeah, I am. That boost pickup was not good. 1-free. Alright. See here, I wasn't high enough. I did the speed flip correctly, and then at the end I wasn't fast enough in jumping. So I ended up underneath the ball. He shot it over. It hit the ceiling towards our goal, and he could finish it off. Good shot. Alright, good. Let's pop it. Ooh, that was a terrible shot. Doesn't target still. Ah, damn it. I really thought it was going to go to the backboard. So, first game looking pretty rough. I might have to focus a little bit more. Lost my momentum. He faked the kickoff to get the boost. Nice. I heard him coming. All I had to do was get the ball out of the way. Sound can be pretty important in a game as well. Delayed kickoff. Bit of an awkward finish. You only have 30 boosts to work with, so I don't want to overcommit too fast. I also don't get it that they're too late, so... Alright, he won the kickoff, but we won the ball and the possession, so... Okay, I think he's already overcommitted. So now I just leaned straight, slightly right from the ball, because I saw him coming in, and jumped when he reached me, so I'm basically forcing the ball into his corner. Let's take a shot here, see what he does. Got the ball, got the boost. Okay, he's going for his boost, couldn't get the demo. Okay. Not a great shot. Hit it with the roof. Let's take possession. I wanted to hit it softer and get for the boost. Like, gotta retreat now. Hope it's not on target. Couldn't get the dunk. So that will be a loss for the first game. Let's see what he can do. GG, well played. Good opponent. Let's try again. So yeah, in defense, we can of course choose whenever our opponent is dribbling the ball. You can either go straight ahead to him for a challenge, and it can work if you see they're not exactly in position. There is a big risk, of course, because if they see you coming and they get the ball around you, then you're just dodging onto their half of the field, and they have all the time in the world to score. So you got to be really sure if you're going to go for a challenge, or go for a challenge which is not straight on. And that's kind of where shadow defending comes into play. So we got the next game against Striker KK13. Nice. Ugly goal, but we take those. Made sure I was boosting immediately as my nose was pointing down towards the ball again. Good. We're also going to be the one to collect the boost. Take his back boost. There I just went for the block. Going for our own boost again, because he'll like to have that as well. There's no way he can shoot that while I'm dribbling it. It's a good shadow position of his, and I didn't have the boost nor the momentum to put on a good shot. In that case, it's better for me to basically shoot at the backboard instead of at the goal, because here I can just collect the ball and immediately turn it into a counter-attack, which is what we want to do. So yeah, only take a shot when it doesn't take you out of position. I'm not going to be there first. Risky, because you can just collect difficult. I had to do something, I felt. And here I'm just not capable enough to get the ball away from the backboard. Very patient play of his. Okay, that's free possession for us. Okay, I was a bit slow on that pickup. And that's a terrible miss. So yeah, that's also why 1v1 is a very good way to improve yourself, because all of your mistakes become glaringly obvious. Every single mistake will get punished. Usually. Okay, this is one of his. I should have taken possession first instead of going for the boost. It's a 1-goal game, so let's keep on and keep at it. Big challenge. See what he does with this. Oh, he's awkward. I don't want to jump too much, because jumping means that I'm unable to move my car again for a second or so. So that's all the time it takes to get out of position. Okay, we're controlling the boost. Let's wait, he has to go back anyway, so... Oh no, I wanted to have a pop. And I thought he was going to shoot to the right. He shot to the left, so I was out of position. We're lucky that it's not an immediate goal. Patient play of his. I thought I had to cover the first post, the near post. That's a decent save. We see we end up in the goal, which is a really good position for him. So I'm going to hide here, so... actually, he's very patient, so... Now I'm behind the ball, so he can't see me. That was a stupid dive-in challenge. Take his boosts. Don't want to jump here. Make it awkward for myself. That was a great pass from me. He saw that I would demo him. It's a very good play of his. I heard him, so I jumped because I didn't have a visual. I'm playing terrible. Yeah, nice one. He's a very patient player. He's not giving away the ball. He keeps the ball close. That's exactly what we tried to do as well. Or aspire to do. I didn't get the big boost. Too bad it's not fast enough because it's on target. And it's actually in. Okay. Lucky. Yeah, stupid. He's so patient. Alright. Barely good shot. Okay. Just awkward for him because he just turned around to face me right as I took the shot. So that's lucky as well because the shot itself wasn't anything special. Alright, got possession. We got boost. Maybe we can start an aerial. Take the other boost as well. Should have taken my boost there, for sure. half flip to immediately get my nose in the right direction. Okay, let's be patient. Now we got to defend, because we got lucky in the bounce there. I want to get up high immediately, and I can't get underneath it to shoot it. Alright, overtime. He's going to get the boost, I'm going to get some small pads. I want to stay in the play here. Keep close to him. It would make more sense, or it might feel that it makes more sense to actually only challenge when you have more boost. Because you might not get outplayed. Okay, ooh. First, yep, got him. So here, because he's coming from the other side, I have a lot of... I can shoot in many positions. I can shoot near post, I can shoot far post. And far post would have been good because he was already in the center of the goal. GG, well played. But in this case, I opted for the fastest, the quickest shot in the near post. Either way, just because you cross him over basically, so he can't shadow defend, it's going to come down to a head-to-head challenge or save. And that's the most difficult thing to do. It's most reactive. You have the least amount of time to react. So this was a good play. Just being patient, not just shooting the ball, giving it away. Just keeping it under control, seeing where he is, what he can defend, choosing a direction, near post, far post, and committing to it with a fast shot. So I'm happy with that. Let's get to the next one. This will be the last one because I see we're already getting close to 45 minutes of recording, so... Pablo GB24. Immediately get for small pads. If I immediately approach him here, I immediately get into a shadow the defending position. Risky. I want to collect the boost here. Gonna get in front of the goal. Oh yeah, that was not a good enough clear, so... I knew the shot was coming. Very good. Nice. That's the best type of kick-off goal. Kickoffs are going pretty well. I can shoot here or I can slow it down. Go infield instead. Gotta do this just to make sure I don't get a shot. Okay. Double jumping can be really effective just to get high enough, even on low boost. He'll get the boost here. I don't care. Too bad I didn't hit it properly. If I hit it with the nose, it would have been a goal. Okay, he's awkward on the poster. He immediately wanted to turn around. That's quite greedy of him. Alright. And now we just get the counter attack. That's a good demo. But let's spawn. Ooh, that's the wrong side to spawn on, I think. Ah, damn it. I also panicked a little. I could have done it better. Could have done it easier. Nice. There. Very short bounce dribble, just to get as much power on that ball as possible. 94 kilometers an hour. So I make short use of car cam as well instead of just ball cam. Just basically make sure I'm on the right direction for a boost pickup. There. Close. Now he's in the goal. That's awkward. We knew he was going to shoot it out, so we get behind it. Pop it up. Ah, that's too bad. I shot it too far ahead of me. Ooh, this could be a counter attack. Counter goal. Yeah, it is. That's a good possession. Put immediately on target, I hope. He missed. We take advantage. So just by the way I go up the wall, I can decide how the ball's going to travel. If I go more horizontally, it's going to go harder into the corner. If I go vertically, it will go more in an arc towards the goal, further away from the wall. I'm doing forward a bit more just to get ahead of him. Yeah, that's good. He recovered well there, so I didn't. It was a bit of a tumble in front of the goal there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's go for the boost and the ball. Okay. I took a bit too much time there. I did try to cross him over, so make it so he couldn't shadow defend and had to go for a challenge. Oh my god, that was risky. I was already late to the ball, so let's go to the other side. Boost. Want to hit it into the corner better. Ooh, that's good. Good, nice pop. He's not there yet though. Whoops, bad wave dash. Ooh, that was risky. Let's hope his boost will spawn here, or he just got it. No, we got it. It's exactly what we want. I thought I could get away from him there, but I don't like that we spawn on the same side. Okay, that's really good. If I can catch up to this ball. Nice, and we're ahead. That was... He just went straight towards me. Not really staying behind the ball that well. Not going for a proper 50, and that was our luck, so... There. I went to immediate challenge, so he didn't have much time to set up a shot. Jump so he couldn't go high. Okay. This is very precarious. Ooh, he missed. GG, well played. Alright. 2 seconds more and this could have been an overtime, but we'll take it. And then again, we're all super inconsistent and bad down here in Diamond, so... My gameplay looks a lot different when I'm playing in 2v2. Especially when I'm playing with my friend Dennis, because 2v2 is just such a different game mode, because you can commit to offense so much harder. Basically, you don't have to worry about overcommitting. The only overcommit you can do if you're last man back and your buddy is in front of you going for an attack or giving a pass, and if you then overcommit by going to receive the pass while the opponent can beat you. So that's why passes also need to be good into your direction and out of the direction of the opponent. There's definitely bad passes that can be given in 2v2, and you should not go for them. Even if your teammate is spamming take the shot, which really irks me. But then always realize that if you're last man back, your main job there is to analyze whether they can beat you in a 50-50, whether they can get past you to shoot on goal or to dribble it into the goal. So yeah, unless the pass is really good, then your job is just basically to control the midfield and wait for your teammate to get back behind you, so you can commit to either take a shot or set up your own pass or something else like that. It looks a lot prettier, I feel, than in 1v1. 1v1 can be really ugly. It's very opportunistic. If just a ball, if a 50-50 is won and you can just dribble it in, it doesn't look anything special. It's not a nice air dribble, it's not a ceiling shot or anything like that, but it's all about just winning in the end, and good goal conversions basically, and especially kickoffs. Kickoffs can really make or break your 1v1 experience. So, same as last time, we played 3 games. We lost the first and won 2. I hope I did a better job of narrating what I was doing, analyzing what they're doing, analyzing how I should be acting when they're doing that. Hopefully I explained a little bit when to challenge and when to shadow defend. I don't think I went into that much, so that's definitely going to be something I'm going to work on more in the next video. And please let me know if you have any specific questions, why I'm doing something, or why I'm making certain decisions, or if there's any other thing mechanically or something, if it's within my reach, that I can talk about in my video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like or a comment. Those are most appreciated. I'd love to talk to you in the comment section. And hope to see you next time. Have a nice day.